Hello, everybody. There we go. I pressed the wrong button. Hello, everyone. 2025. And Nobbins is back. Band name, that was Go for Gold. It was in the right-hand side of the thing. They proudly, sponsor's not the right word, they proudly provide music for the LNobbins channel. Hello, guys. Welcome back. Lovely to see you too, Elder. Lovely to see you too. Not Bono, you two. The you two. Yeah. Let's get the bloody lights on, because why not? Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining me earlier. If you did anyway, join me earlier for what we did earlier, which was releasing my latest YouTube video, which was 2 signings Man City must sign this transfer window. If you've not watched it yet, make sure to give it a watch tonight. I put a lot of work into the video in respect of researching, scouting, script writing, editing, and so on and so on. So if you enjoy the video when you watch it, please make sure to go give it a like, because this is free and it's greatly appreciated. Helps grow the channel, etc. etc. And then I know that you guys want to see more videos like that. And if we sign some players this season, then there will be some analysis videos on them, absolutely, in the same form of, you know, my Savio, Gavardio, Doku videos, and what's not, of course. The purpose of today's show, though, is to just have a chat about the players who City are being linked with today, because these don't seem to be, you know, dusty links. If they were sort of like pure tabloidy, then I wouldn't really be discussing them, but there's been a lot of discussion about them, so I feel like there's probably some viability in at least one of them, so I do think it is worth having a chat about it. As you know, I don't really like to discuss tittle-tattle transfer talk. There's a lot of alliteration there on this channel, so it won't happen all the time, but I do feel like there is some stock in some of these rumours, and it's interesting to talk about, in fairness, anyway. Before we do get started, though, thank you to all of you guys for last year, essentially. You know, hope you guys had a lovely holiday period and a lovely new year. 2024 was the best, in my opinion anyway, the best year on our channel in terms of like the level of and quality of content that we're able to make. It certainly was objectively in respect of the numbers. And that's very nice to have happen, because hopefully it tells me that we are doing the right thing here. So long may that continue. Thank you guys for your wonderful support. Couldn't do it without any of you. And let's hope for a similar amount of loveliness in 2025. Speaking of 25, we're not there yet, obviously. But we are, you know, in relative terms, getting towards one of my first main milestones, which was 25,000 subscribers. In my head, that's 25% of the way there to my target. Would you guys like... Elder, chill. If you're bored of this and you're watching on the catch-up, skip ahead for the next couple of minutes, right? I think it might be fun if we did, you know, if and when I get to that point, when we get to that point, if we did a 25-hour charity event, live stream. I think that would be quite fun. Let me know if you know, obviously I'm not expecting everyone to be here for the full 25 hours. That would be insane. But let me know if you like that as a concept. I can like make a thing we can do about, we can do like many things, like, you know, do a City Watchalong, obviously, and then do other lots of lovely bits and bobs. I think that might be a nice thing to do. Let me know what you guys think, though. Would that be interesting? Would that be fun? Let me know. Okay, we'll get to the bloody meat of the matter, shall we? Let me just catch up on the chat, and then we'll start with the first name, which is the guy in the thumbnail. Happy New Year to you, Mars. Big up to you, Andrew. Khusanov should be number 25 in our centre-back list. Does that mean you're not a fan of him? I'm hearing man mention Edison swoops. Yeah, so we'll discuss that. Good to see you as well, TP Link. Hello, Cheeky Burger. Love the Palacios shouts. Yeah, Palacios is a great player. Fuscan, don't worry, we will discuss them. Don't worry about it. Singo's creative stats when he played right back at Turin aren't impressive. However, he does have solid crossing technique. Indeed, Sman, indeed. Yeah, he wasn't racking up tons of assists at Torino, but he got a decent amount. And I think, you know, in the better team, he definitely could get more. And also, he was like a lot younger back. He was like 21 or something in around that time. So obviously very young, still developing. And yeah, I think he can get better for sure. I'd like that, says Josh. Where is the board bashing? We are already on Jan the 3rd, and we still didn't get any full 11. Yeah, crazy. Thank you, Lawrence. Palacios was mentioned. What about Declan Rice? He could play 6 and 8. Shush, Gabriel. Happy New Year to you. Sorry, Okayness. Yeah, it would be for maybe like a sports charity or something. I think that might be fun to do, a 25-hour live stream. Mastantuno is world-class potential. I'm a River fan. He's still 1 to 2 years away. Madrid will get him. If we don't, what position is that, Andrew? Bring us Khusanov and Bar for 35 million. Happy New Year to you, Louise. Jan, get Marmouche. Douglas Luiz on loan. Yeah, big up to City Luke as well. Right, let's discuss the first player, because I feel like this is the one which has had the most hype around. I'm going to butcher the pronunciation. Khusanov, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Uzbekistan centre-back, plays for Lorm in Ligue 1. Young, early 20s. In fact, I think he might be exactly 20. I think he's around 6'1", 6'2". So he's not this behemoth of a centre-back. Let's touch on him first, I feel like. And then the first thing to note, I'm going to caveat everything by saying that I'm not shitting on any player. Lots of these players are still very young. They can easily develop. We shouldn't be viewing a 20-year-old through the lens of, are they the finished article? Because obviously they aren't. So every critique I have of any player on this show today is with that caveat. So please just bear that in mind. As you can tell, it sounds like I'm maybe moving towards a negative approach in respect to this player. Again, I don't want to rain on anyone's parade, because you should be allowed to get excited about being linked to footballers, especially when you've been, as City fans, we've been starved of good results for the past few months, and we've been starved of any actual rumours. So that's the first thing I want to say. Just on Khusanov, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. Ligue 1 is a very good league to get defenders from. I feel like, I've just recommended Singo, for example, centre-back / right-back. Why? Because Ligue 1 is a very physical league. Therefore, in theory, it leads to a good development physically of defenders. And especially given City's context, we need all the physicality we can get. So it sounds like a lovely situation. Now, if you've never watched any of Khusanov, and I've watched a bit of him, I spent late evening / this morning / this afternoon watching a few games of Lon, and especially like watching his main defensive moments. Like defensive recoveries, etc., etc. And 1v1 defending, blah, 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 blah. Hello, Musty. I like Danny Armour, hello. I don't know where that came from. Right. He is... No, what am I trying to say? If you asked me, LNobbins, if you had to compare him to a City player, let's say, from present or past, who is he like most similar to? And the first name that came to mind was Otamendi. Now, you can view that comparison as a positive or a negative, depending on how you view things. What I would say about Khusanov is that he is incredibly gung-ho, I think the term is. Now, aggression should be applauded in a box-defending defender, i.e. a defender who likes to defend. That's fine. He definitely goes too far the other way, too frequently, definitely. He needs to reel that in. He needs to reel that shit in, because it's nice that he's got this natural aggression, but it's often to his detriment. He dives in far too often, shades of Otamendi. And when it works, it's brilliant. It's fantastic. But when it doesn't work, it is horrible. And it leads to hellish situations. And Nicholas says, reminds me of Romero. That's another interesting comparison, isn't it? Jack says, act first, think later. And again, caveat all this. He's 20 years old. That can be taken out of him or reduced a little bit. But people are talking about him as if we sign him now and he goes into the first team now and he almost like becomes one of our best defenders now. This when we're talking about like the good things about Khusanov, it is the possibility, the idea of what he is as a footballer. Because in terms of what he is right now, he's not good enough. To be honest, he's a project. That's what I tweeted today. He's a project signing for City. That doesn't mean that he's bad. That doesn't mean he can't become brilliant. But right now, people are talking about him as if he is this finished article. No, not at all. And it could go either way, really. Again, we're in a land of possibility and ceilings rather than anything concrete. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not necessarily a good thing, but it is a thing. He's very fast. I'm sure everyone's seen like that thing that I think the official Liga account put out, that someone retweeted, where like he's starting in his own box and he sprints and gets back. Again, City need that. We need a lot of recovery pace. What I will say is that then people have taken that and gone, right, therefore he must be a great channel defender because he's quick. Therefore, he must be good at defending the wide areas of a back three or a back four. I've even seen some people suggest that maybe he could play at right back. I would suggest that his turning circle is not the right word. I don't know what the term I'm looking for is here. Maybe you guys can help me out. I'm going to sound like such a weirdo here. His torso doesn't really rotate quickly enough. Does that make any sense? He's not very mobile like that. So in respect of his turning. And if you're going to be a channel defender, you sort of need to be quite mobile in that way. And he's not really that. So he's got very lovely, just as the crow flies, pace and ground coverage. But I'm not sure that translates to swivel profile. Yes, exactly. He's not a swivel profile, is he? He's not got, how weird can we make this? He's not got a horizontal torso. Yeah, exactly, Musty. I'm trying to temper my words here. I'm trying to choose my words here very carefully. He's got a vertical torso. If that makes any sense. So right now, he's not going to be sufficient in terms of being a wide centre-back, in my opinion. But again, maybe that can change with time. But there we go. So that's what I'm going to say on that. Bad talk. Happy New Year, Ultimate. Yeah, bad talk. Yeah. Again, I need to keep saying he's only, because I know people keep coming in. He's only young, so again, this can potentially be worked on. What else is there to say about him? Let's maybe talk about his torso tilt. Let's maybe talk about his because he has very, very impressive dual winning numbers. Like he's in. I'm not going to misquote him. If I get the internet up on my screen. I think he's in the top 1% in respect of centre-backs and in respect of dual win percentage. Let me just double check that point. But I've got a caveat here and I've got a concern. So if I go to you there and I search for... Oh, I spelled it right the first time. I'm a genius. This is this season. Yes, so he's in the... Sorry, not top 1%. But he's in the top 7% for defensive dual percentage. And he's also in the top, 5% for defensive actions. So on paper, that means that not only is he engaging in a hell of a lot of defensive work, talk about Khusanov, Stewie. Not only is he investigating, not only is he engaging in a hell of a lot of defensive actions, i.e. tackles, interceptions, etc., etc. He's doing that to a ridiculous degree in respect of completion. So in a similar way that, Palacios is in like the top 1% for overall duel winning actions. So that means that not only is he doing a high quantity of defensive actions, in respect to the duels, the completion rate is very impressive. So that tells you that, wow, he must be like a monster in respect to that. Sort of. You don't pronounce... Oh my god, Musty, can you educate me? How do I pronounce his name? Love to Tone. What's happened to Tone? Is he okay? How do I pronounce his name, Musty? You are of the Eastern... Wait, you're Eastern European, and that's... Isn't Uzbekistan Central Asia? My brain had a fart there. They're not the same at all. How do you know how to pronounce his name? Is his torso not good enough? Yeah, how do I pronounce his name then, Musty? Enlighten me. Enlighten me. I don't know what's happened there. I'm sure Tone's okay. I don't know what's going on. What is that profile picture of Martin? Anyway, yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so high quantity of defensive actions, high quantity of, duel win percentage. That's absolutely fine. You're only joking, Fez. That's absolutely fine. What I would say about that is he's got a very low ceiling what am I trying to say? Oh, big up to Martin 98% for subscribing, by the way. A low ceiling technique. I don't know if that's the right term. But by that I mean that basically his way of engaging in defensive actions right now is to basically be a steam train and twat you, yeah, and to run at you and charge at you essentially. Now, if you've got a strong, quick, terrifying defender charging at you, then it's obviously going to be tricky to deal with them. I don't know how that translates to a higher quality forward, for example. So, if you know full well that that's his game, then Nelda, what have I done now? Stop being mean to me. Why am I being bullied on my own stream? Basically, what I'm trying to say is that it's far too gung-ho, and I don't know how that translates to being an elite defender over time. So that needs to be that needs to get tightened up for sure. Again, the numbers are very nice. The numbers are very impressive. I just don't know how truly impressive they are. I don't know. What do you guys think, though? How do I pronounce it, then? It's just Khusanov. Khusanov. Okay, I'll call it Khusanov. I'll call him Khusanov now. And if everyone calls me out on it, Musty, then it's your fault, yeah? It's your fault. So we're gonna call him Khusanov from now on. I'd rather recall Doyle from his loan than sign Khusanov. Someone told me that we can't do it. We'll talk about him as well. Don't worry. We'll talk about everyone. More shouts for Doyle and the Monaco bloke for right back. That's just the most prudent, sensible defensive options. If we sign centre back, I don't know why nobody's going for Antonio Silva. Yeah, give me Singo immediately. Khusanov wouldn't be bought to go straight in the team as a project player. Yeah, that's what I tweeted, Ollie. Absolutely. City have sent a contract proposal to Marmouche. The Egyptian is interested in the move, says Joshua. Interesting. Big up to you, Toby. Diaz Khusanov pairing would be fun and chaotic. That would be mental. Yeah, so he's obviously nothing like a John Stones. He's nothing like Gvardiol. He's far more similar to a Ruben Diaz. He is a defender who defends and engages in defending and active defensive actions, i.e. tackles, interceptions, duel winning, that sort of thing, which isn't necessarily a bad thing at all. He is a very active defender, and I like active defenders, but he, in my view, goes too far the other way at times. Again, far too aggressive, far too gun-ho. And once again, maybe that temperament can get coached out of him with time, etc., etc. But again, people are acting as if like he is the prodigal defender. We just need to temper expectations a little bit, just a little bit. The recovery speed is good in a straight line. In a straight line, I agree. We've discussed about the lack of agility. Yeah, we haven't even talked about the passing, to be fair, Shaquille. The passing, I actually don't have too much of a problem with his passing. I think that's fine. It's not perfect, and it could get better, but it's actually not terrible, in all honesty. So it's actually fine. But again, he's not this. It's obviously nowhere near the level of Stones Gvardiol. That's what I mean by that. He's still far more towards like the Ruben Diaz side of things. But yeah, he's fine in terms of his passing. So that's what I had to say about Khusanov, really. If we did sign him, then it would be as a future player. It would have to be a small amount of money, like not a lot, to be honest with you. I've seen some people say £20 million. That's fine. That's fine. But yeah, I don't want him to come in and immediately start playing games for us. I'd like him to come in, if this is in a world where we did sign him, come in, you know my thoughts on this league season, use it as a pre-season, mold him, see what you can do about it. He might be worth a punt at a lower price figure, because there is a world where he could go and become like, you know, the next big thing. And look, you might need to take risks at this stage. So that's my thoughts on Khusanov. Interesting player. I think that he would split opinion massively. In the same way that Otamendi did. I know lots of people loved him. He frustrated the hell out of me. So I wonder whether I would be Khusanov's biggest fan if he did join City. But again, that's something that can be done with time. And look, we do need better box defending. Big up to you, Sabat, for subscribing to the channel. We do need better box defending. We do need better active defenders. We do need less passive defenders. Like, for example, you know, like comparing, let's say Akanji, for example. Akanji's a really tentative defender in a way, like especially if there's like a counter-pressing situation and there's like a 50-50 situation. I feel like he's quite tentative. This guy's the opposite of that. So in fairness, even if he's just going to twat someone and win the foul, then that might actually be an improvement in a way. But let me know what you guys think. I wouldn't hate the signing, but if we sign him at the expense of, let's say, Singo, someone who I really highly rate, or you know, like a, I don't even know who else, because I just love Singo, don't I? You know, someone of that level, then I would be disappointed. But if it's him as like a nice little cherry on top, then I think you'd be silly to not take him, especially because we know that in addition to a versatile defender who can play centre-back, right-back, we do also need someone who can basically alleviate Diaz in a way. Like, if Diaz isn't there, currently, none of our defenders are really that active defender. We do need someone who can come in and take the mantle from Diaz. Maybe that is the guy. Santi isn't reliable, says Elder. I think that was from before. City don't need projects, says B, and that's what he would be. He would be a project. Laporte, big up Laporte. I love him. It's Santi not reliable. My bad. I know that. Josh, no worries, mate. You're just sharing good news, and that's absolutely fine. He's good against PSG. Get him in for when we play them. Yes. Hello to them. We are the mighty Stockport County. Big up to you, mate. Let's talk about Chris Wood. Yes to Ash. Cheeky sins are forgiven if we land Marmouche. Same talks when Manu joined. Oh, yeah, we've brought him to be our 5th choice. Centre-back, that was crazy, to be fair. Yeah, his recovery speed in the straight line's definitely good. He can ping a pass. So, yeah, the passing's decent. Yeah, it's not bad at all. You know what I mean, though? Some defenders actively like to defend, others less so. You know, John Stones, for example, can defend, but you wouldn't describe him as a defending defender, would you, for example? Can he play right back? I don't think he can, based on what I discussed earlier, i.e. the lack of mobility. I'd be very surprised if he could do that. to be honest with you. And if the idea is to sign him, to mould him to play right back, I'd rather we just sing goes right there. I'd be very confused if we signed him to then mould him into a right back. Stranger things have happened, but I'd be very confused if that was the case. Hello, Dialogue. Before stay, you did know him. I did not. Then suddenly you have expert knowledge of him. I don't have expert knowledge of him at all. And you're criticizing him. Yes, fairly criticizing him. And I would not be speaking about him had I not watched some long games yesterday and this morning in the early hours and this afternoon, in addition to everything else that I've watched of him. Maybe didn't get to the top of the show when I outlined that at the start. In which case, I forgive you. Yasin says, I tried to get Bruno G or Edison. Mama should look, and maybe we should trigger a buyback clause for Porro and João Pedro. I don't think there is a buyback for Porro, surely, because we sold him to Sporting and then they sold him to Spurs. Yeah, Singer's a good idea. Big up. Thank you very much, bro. Yeah, the new video is a good video. I can't lie to you. It is a good video. He has the mountain gene. Nah, I'm pretty sure that's cap because he went to Sporting and then sold there. To sign him, I should put a final nail in the coffin for Grealish. I suspect his time is done at the club. I suspect it is. We'll have to see, but that's my guess. We do need someone like Diaz. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Like, because if he's not in the side right now, it becomes a very frail back four in a way, doesn't it? There's no one who wants to just hurt someone. So I don't hate it, but I just want to temper expectations, and I also just want to say that if we did sign him, you are going to be in my view, you are going to be very, very frustrated with him. Certainly in the short term, at least, you're going to be very frustrated with him. So if we did sign him, there would have to be a big expectation from the fans in terms of karma, tranquilo, patience. Yeah. Let's buy Dan Burns as Tompkins. Yeah, big up. Big up to Nick. I think you're my latest member, Nick. Big up to you. Grant is back from his loan. Saw him in training pics. Do you think this means Edison is leaving this window or a coincidence? I don't know what's going on with Edison, man. Like, is he done? Is Pep actually just taken him out of the squad? Is he finished? If so, I've now succumbed to the Twitter tacticos, and I agree with them in terms of who the replacement should be. I've been on a bit of a league binge with Singo and whatnot, and yeah. So I know who I want the replacement to be. Mamouche's a baller. Yeah, exactly. No worries at all, Dialogue, and big up to Matthew for subscribing. If you are new, guys, do make sure to subscribe. You get to activate me, giving you a little salute. So yeah, no worries at all, Yazan, absolutely fine. Yeah, so those are my thoughts on Khusanov. Musty, you better be correct in that pronunciation. Those are my thoughts. Fun player, could be really interesting. Lots of people are talking about him as if he's the next big thing. Maybe he will be the next big thing, but it's very hard to guarantee ceilings in this industry. Big up to you, Martin. Happy New Year. Hope everyone had a lovely New Year. Let me know, before we go into the next player, Edison from Atalanta, let me know what you guys did for New Year's, if indeed anything. Myself and Mrs. Nobbins, we've just been staying in for the past few years. Not only do you save a lot of money, but also we genuinely just have a better time because there's so many knobheads out on New Year's Eve. So I cooked scallops and chorizo to start, and I smashed the scallops. Can I just say, I cook an elite scallop. And then for main, we had fillet steak, truffle parmesan fries, asparagus, and I made some garlic prawns, and it was delicious. It was wonderful. That's my New Year's Eve. Yeah, big up to Martin. The only midfield link we have is Edison. Yeah, so let's talk about like the midfield situation now. Now, if you have been following the channel for any period of time, then you'll know my thoughts on the midfield situation. That's raw, Toby. Then you'll know my thoughts on the midfielder situation. It's not a Rodri replacement. It's someone who can do our job standing in for Rodri. And it's more importantly, someone who... Martin! Welcome to the Ultras Club. Big up to you, mate. Let's see who your random footballer is. Oh, gosh. There we go. Let's see if this is fake. There we go. Yes. You've become an Albino Ultra. Look at that. Oh. Yeah, big. Can we get W's in the chat for our latest member, latest Ultras Club member, Martin? Your random footballer. Hey! Former City player. Wayne Bridge. Big up. There we go. Look at that. He's not in his City kit right there. He's actually in his Chelsea kit right there. But he is a former City player. So big up to Wayne Bridge. There you go. Martin giving us that City charm. Thank you for following Nurko. Yes. 6-8 situation. So we need someone who can fill in for Rodri and then play alongside him and cover his weaknesses. That's the key. That is the key thing. That's the key thing to bear in mind. Does this player cover Rodri's weaknesses? That's the key. That's why I will never be recommending Zubimendi, because he will not cover Rodri's weaknesses. I also doubt he could like play as Nate ahead of Rodri as well. That's the other thing to bear in mind. So, players who City should be looking to sign him in terms of midfielders. Bruno Guimaraes is my number one choice, as you guys know. Carlos Baleba of Brighton, fantastic player, would perfectly partner him. I did a video today saying that Palacios from Leverkusen would be brilliant and a wonderful choice. Even a wonderful player like Palacios, because I'm trying to have some elements of realism here, he'd still be my third choice, right? By the time I come to Ederson, I don't even know if he is number 4 on this list. He might be even lower down. And again, sorry if that sounds like I'm shitting on this player. Ederson, again, we're talking about the midfielder here, not the goalkeeper. Ederson is a good footballer. He is a good player. And there's nothing wrong with that. He's a good player. I just fundamentally do not believe that he is of the requisite quality long-term for Manchester City. That is my view. I have, Bruno Guimaraes and Palacios in like a tier over here. And I think Ederson there's at least 1 degree of separation in respect of quality, in my opinion. That's not to say he's a bad footballer at all, because he's obviously doing very well for Atalanta. And Atalanta are top of Serie A, aren't they? They're actually on a title charge. So there is obviously a good player in there. Of course there is. I'm not having a go. But I am just not convinced that his on-ball work is good enough, for example. That's my take on it. Now, maybe I'm being overly harsh because maybe I'm still lost in a world of I'm locked into Bruno Guimaraes, and therefore anything other than that is like a negative in my view. So maybe it's not his fault, because maybe it's an unfair starting point, an unfair comparison. I just think that there's at least 3 players that we should be getting who are equally as attainable as Ederson, who are just clearly better than him. People say, yeah, but he'll improve our midfield, and absolutely he would. But when your starting point is 0, basically anyone who who's decent on the ball and has got legs is going to improve City by definition. So I don't know how much stock there is in that argument. Just before I move on, I'm just gonna again big up to Martin for joining the Ultras Club. Welcome. We also had a lovely super chat. Thank you so much, Andrew. It's funny how I was right. All 3 will leave FSG out. Wait, is that confirmed, Andrew? that confirmed? What, Trent and Van Dijk and Salah? Surely not. Hey, Trent, I've got a club for you, mate. Here's your fortune, Andrew. Be calm. Oh my god, this is so funny given your super chat about your 3 best players leaving. Be calm when confronting an emergency crisis. The fortune cookie's having a go. It is having a go. Deary me. Big up to you, Andrew. Thank you so much for supporting me as always. Is Palacios physical enough? I think he is. Yes, absolutely, Elder. I think so. Is he as physical as like Bruno G? No, but his running power is still great. His space coverage is still great. He does have those long, powerful strides to get back. In terms of like a fit like pure strength perspective, is he like the strongest? Not necessarily, but he's very tenacious. I'd argue, and it's not a perfect comparison, I'd argue Fernandinho wasn't exactly the out and out strongest, but he sure knew how to use his body, and he was feisty and tenacious. And I think there's a similar thing with Palacios. I feel the same way about Edison, says Dialogue. I think game to stop counters, but not control games. But here's the thing. Why not both? There are players out there who are metronomic and are able to stop counterattacks. That's the thing. I don't want to get this wrong, so let me just confirm something before I make it. Before I make a blasé statement. This is an educational show. You get me? That is the wrong Edison. There we go. This is an educational show. He says, "What a fraud." I just want to make sure my instincts are correct. Yeah. Okay. So Massey, big up to renewing, mate. Thank you so much. You remember it says a total of 1 month, but you've obviously been more than 2. Were your transfer dream players for the summer? I just did a video today, actually, Samasi, outlining 2 players who I think Man City must sign. Your random player is Theo Walcott. That's your poll. Thank you again, Andrew, very much. Yeah, Edison. The passing numbers aren't good enough, in my opinion, in respect to through balls, and in respect of just creation in general, like in respect of direct expected assists, and also in respect of just general progression from deep. In my view, it's not good enough for what City need in that area. The starting point for all these players, Bruno G, Palacios, Edison, the starting point is you are good in respect of ground coverage, space eating, counter pressing. They've all got that in their bag. Okay, that's our starting point. Lovely. To varying degrees of ability, but in general, that's the main feature people are looking at. But they all have that. So I can't use that as a distinguishing feature because they all have it to an extent. So what do I look to next? If they're all offering a similar vibe off ball, again, that's an oversimplification, but it's for an illustration. If they all offer a similar thing off ball, then I need to go to on ball. What are you offering on ball, and how does it stack up? And quite frankly, Edison's on ball contributions are not good enough compared to Bruno Guimaraes and Palacios, in my view. That's what the eye test tells me. That's what the data and stats also tell me. Sorry, Tony. That's what it's telling me. He would come into City and he would improve City. No, I don't hate him. No, I don't hate him. Again, he's a good player. He's a good footballer. I just think City can do better. That's all I'm going to say. On that. It's not good enough to just have one thing in your bag. Because if that was the case, I got Mateus Nunes right there who can also do that. Yeah? That's also what Spartacus, who is literally Brazilian, is also telling me. Yeah. He's fine. He's not, no, he's more than fine. He's good. He's good. But I don't want good. I don't want a good player. I don't want someone who's going to come in short term and help out a little bit. I want someone who visually, can I see you as you are going to start in a league title winning Premier League team alongside Rodri? Are you going to do that? Maybe he can, but I don't think it's good enough, in my view. In my view. And here's the thing, because I know that Doc has just said, but he can get improved. Now, you are correct. But this is not a young player that we're talking about here. He's 25. This is not Carlos Baleba, who does need to improve a lot in terms of his on-ball work in order to become, you know, if he has, in order to take his game to the next level and maybe be a City midfielder. But this is not a young player, as I say. He's not 19, 20, 21 years old. He's approaching sort of towards like his prime in a way. Like he's only a couple years away. So I'm concerned in that respect. And I think that if the starting point is okay, but just work on his forward passing, I would rather start with a younger player and someone who I feel can reach a higher level. Now, I would contend that Baleba and Ederson are... They have similar traits in respect of off-ball work, and actually arguably maybe a little bit better. So why not go to the player who can be more of that project and potentially have a higher ceiling? That's my take on it. Maybe that's not fair, but that's my take on it. By young, I'm talking about from a football. You know, I'm a lot older than Ederson, by the way. Obviously, I'm a lot older than Ederson, but I'm just saying, you know, from a practical perspective of development, why wouldn't I go for the player who's like 4 or 5 years younger? And I think is probably going to be a lot better. You get me? That's the way I see it. And again, I'm not shitting on Ederson. I think he's a good player. And if we sign him, then I will back the signing and I'll be fine about it. But I won't lie, I won't be happy if there was the possibility to go get someone who I think is better. I'll like accept it, obviously. I'll be like, okay, great, let's get behind him, whatever. But I see him as like I think he's a squad player, quite frankly. I think that is his, in an ideal Man City squad, I think that is his level. I wouldn't want him starting, personally. Let me catch up on the chat now. Yeah, Palacios, that was my biggest issue with Palacios. He has had knee surgery, though, so that's hopefully remedied it. Musty, you already knew that, mate. Because of age, Trent will get the money, the other two will go, says Andrew again. Thank you so much for your super chat. And here's another fortune for you, Andrew. Those who walk in others' tracks leave no footsteps. Oh, that's a good fortune. Again, not really a fortune. It's more like a philosophical statement, isn't it? Tread your own path, guys. Tread your own path. That's a great thing to say. That's a great thing to say. Where's this from? Where's this from? Give me a source. I'm not saying shit until I get a source. Hey, there's nothing necessarily wrong with an ego. Everyone has an ego. It's just about how big it is. I don't think it's creating a fire grade. I don't think it's good enough on the ball, in my view. In my view. Is it happening, though? Is it happening? I don't hate him. I don't hate him at all. Hello, Tony. How you doing? I won't believe as well, Austin. Yeah, big up. Who reported to the Mamish Edson stuff? It wasn't Fab. I don't know, to be honest. Hey, whoa. Chill with Baleba. Chill. Also, Kimmich ain't going to cover Rodri's weaknesses. Chill. Give me Baleba. I'll celebrate his 43rd birthday. Shut up. Direct Richie. Has he just... Not particularly, but hasn't he also just signed like a contract extension anyway? So, largely irrelevant. Who's the player I want instead? I want Bruno Guimaraes. I want Palacios. I want Baleba. More rumors. What's the source, guys? What is the source? If it's not for Rich, I'm not believing him. Tons of info coming from Egypt. It's happening. Is it Egyptian sources? Are they good sources? Are they good? You guys are all getting very excited. Is it here? You guys are all saying it. Is it? Is it? You can't just say these things, guys. I don't know how credible he is, but they'll take the excitement, absolutely. I think height's a big factor. We struggle on set pieces and aerial duels, says Elias. To be fair, that is Palacios' biggest weakness. He's not good with aerial duels, but he is good at fighting every single battle, in fairness. But yeah, that is the biggest issue there. There's a private jet from Frankfurt to Manchester. Of course, Elder. I found a private plane. Right, okay, guys. I'm not convinced that this is yet happening, lads. I'm not going to believe this source until I see it come from something, you know, more solid, like an actual City journalist, or, you know, like an Ornstein, a Fab, or, you know what I mean, like a Jack Gorn, something like that. I'm going to chill on it. We will discuss him, and we'll talk about, you know, should we be excited and whatnot. But I refuse to act like that we have actually signed him. People are going mad. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Tranquilo. Calm. It's all good. So we've discussed. God, how must I say? I need to pronounce his bloody name now. Who's Khusanov? Is there a tweet, or am I being baited? Am I being baited right now? Am I being baited? Where is he? Fabrizio. You better not have baited me or I'll be upset. I've been baited. Crazy. Why would you do that to me? Right. Anyway. Well, I've already discussed them at length, Ryan. If you want to have a refresher, go back like 30 to 40 minutes or so, and then you can discuss that. So we discussed Khusanov. We've discussed Edison. We've also discussed a bit of Belabor and Palacios and Bruno G. Yeah, let's talk about Marmoush now, shall we? Now, this is, I will say that this is the player who I know the least about. I've not yet had time to properly scout him and form a true opinion on him. So I don't know how helpful this conversation is going to be. I will need a little bit of help from the chat. I can look at some data, but I'm going to preface everything that I say here on that I've not seen nearly enough of him to formulate a true opinion. So just bear that in mind. This is the thing, yes. The concept is very fun, because as I understand it, he is a striker who can play out wide. As I understand it. I can go and check. That is the beauty of the internet. I can actually check. Let's see where he's been receiving the ball this season. How do I spell his name? Omar, good name. Omar, more like oh my. Am I right? I'm right. You guys know I'm right. Shut up. Right. Guys, it looks like he takes corners, which is very exciting. Is it? No, it's not exciting. Why are you dropping that deep, mate? You little weirdo. Stop it. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, interesting. So it looks like he's popping up all over the place. So when I say versatile forwards, it looks like he's a very versatile forward, which is obviously what we need. So that's very exciting, isn't it? Is he left or right-footed? Again, I'm not gonna... Here's the thing, guys. I'm not one of these people who will bullshit and say, oh, I know all about... I don't know anything about this player. I'm learning. I'm learning with you guys right now. I'll only talk about them, like, extensively if I feel like I have something of value to say. Yeah, I'm sort of contradicting myself there. Right, he's 25. When's his birthday? Okay, so he's actually 26 because he's going to be because his birthday's next month. So in the grand scheme of things, he's really 26. But that's fine in respect of age. That's absolutely fine. He's got Egyptian and Canadian citizenship, which is interesting. But yeah, so it looks like his primary position doesn't really have one. Yeah, he's a striker, but he's also a wide player, but he's also maybe a second striker as well. So in respect of utility and versatility, just think about it from a Pep and City perspective, that's perfect. I don't even need to watch him kick a ball to know that as a versatile forward, that's very, very lovely. So that's nice. The reason why we can't sign a striker, a number 9, is because they are never going to play consistently, because Haaland literally exists. And we aren't going to play with 2 strikers. This is why Alvarez was basically doomed when it was evidence that he could not play in another position outside of a very specific way of playing. I do because I know lots of people hyped up. I do know his stats this season are insane. He's got 13 goals in 15 Bundesliga appearances. That is a mental, and 8 assists. That is insane. 21 goal appearances in that time. My concern is that a flash in the pan, or is that a fair reflection of his career? Because I've seen Darwin Núñez, yeah? So, for example, that's this season. That's very impressive. Can you play on the right, or is it just the left? To be fair, the left is where we need more depth, so that's the thing. Ethan, that is incredibly generous, Ethan. Thank you so much for becoming a hardcore ultra. Big up to you, my mate. You have become a hardcore ultra. And your random footballer is Sven Bender. Big up. In fact, can I what if I lick that? I do that. Should I do that from now on, guys? Right. Let's see last season. Okay. It's still decent. 12 goals. Oh, it's more than decent. 12 goals and 6 assists in 29 Bundesliga games. That's nice. Okay, so it's not strictly a flash in the pan situation. How about the season before that? Season before that, 5 goals. Okay, so that suggests a late bloomer in respect of goal scoring and output. That is what that suggests. And the season before that, yeah, 3 goals. Okay. So the last 2 seasons are really all we've got to go off in respect of sample size of actual output. But the fact that it's not a one-season thing is good, I suppose. And again, I'm more after utility and versatility anyway. So that's not strictly an issue. Yeah, that's a very good point, to be fair, Musty. The Bundesliga curse does not hit this club. Yeah? It does not hit this institution. So that is a very good point. He was mint when he was at Stuttgart. Yeah, what do you guys think? Can you guys educate me? Again, I'm learning live right now because, as I said, I've not really had time with the whole Khusanov and video and Edison bullshit. So if you have seen extensive amounts of bloody him, let me know. Educate me. I'm getting the vibe that this isn't a flash in the pan situation. That he's a bit of a late bloomer. Most importantly, he's versatile. I wonder what sort of wide player is he, guys? When he does play out wide, what am I looking at? Is he an inside forward? Like, is he a goal scorer? Does he want to run in behind? Does he create for others? Does he take on his fullback? What sort of wide player am I looking at? Because that's gonna be a big sticking point in respect of whether I actually desire him at this club. Let me know, guys. He's good at free kicks. That's nice. Alvarez 2.0. That's concerning. 20 GA in 15 games. Yeah, that is impressive. Yeah, Simon, crazy. Can he play right back? Yeah, can he play DM as well? He does, yeah, he does indeed take corners, so he's a set-piece boy. Can Singo sing? Of course, mate. We can all sing, you know, and all that bullshit. He takes free kicks. To be fair, I mean, De Bruyne is very good at free kicks, isn't he? But do we have any other specialists in the squad? Alvarez was good at them. He's gone. Foden started to get good at them last season, in fairness. I feel like we don't have too many who are that good at free kicks, so that wouldn't be a horror situation. Nah, believe in Doku, believe in him. Excuse me, that was a burp. We never miss. Shooters shoot, and we shoot these players, yeah? Not like that. Bender was a proper defender, absolutely. And very well, Robert. Big up to Ethan again. I'm going to take this Sven Bender off my head now. Sometimes you don't even need to look at the numbers, just look at the player. He's phenomenal. But that's what I'm saying. But Ollie, I can't, I would love to, load up a Frankfurt match right now and watch him, but I don't know how entertaining that would be. So that's why, like, just temporarily, we're just looking at the numbers. I will try to watch him in my own time. And obviously, if we get properly linked with him, I'll start working on an analysis video. He's a scorer, and he's a creator, and he's dribbler, and he's pacey. So he's the best winger in the world? Hello? He can do everything, you guys are saying. He takes on, and he's a creator, but he also scores goals when he's out wide. This seems too good to be true, lads. This seems too good to be true. Can I check his crossing success rate? Sure. Sure. Why not, mate? Why not? Marmouche will be the best bit of data, I reckon, there. Yes. Right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The way you guys are talking... Right, okay, the way you guys are talking about him... it is like... yeah, crazy. Does he take bare penalties? Lads, have I been led astray here? Why is his non-penalty goal stat actually not that impressive? Have I been led astray? What's occurring? He's in the top 1% for shot creating actions, which is very nice. He's in the top 3% for successful take-ons. What? How? Hello? What is this player? What is this player? This is some weird stats. And 5% for progressive carries. Yeah, nice. 0 red cards. We'd love to see that, lads. Boo, he's in the bottom 1% for average shot distance. Boo! You're stinky. You're stinky. How is he in the top 5? And he's in the top 5% for through ball. This seems too good to be true. In terms of this data, I know I'm only looking at data here, but good God. Crosses. I don't have cross percentage, though. That's a shame. He takes a lot of crosses, though, but is that because he takes a lot of corners? I wonder, does it distinguish between the two? That would be interesting to know. Top 1% for goal creating actions. Top 1% for goal creating actions in terms of take-ons. Top 1% for goal creating actions from dead ball passes. 2% from fouls drawn. Okay, so he's Jack Grealish, but with, like, goals and take-ons. Okay, yeah, we might need to replace Jack. I'll be so real with you right now. Might need to do it. I love how it was the fouls drawn stat that did it to me. I'm not LB, indeed, I'm Nobbins. This is Marmouche Toby, who's apparently, I'm learning before our eyes, he's apparently the best forward in the world. I'm very excited to watch him now. Yeah, you guys saying good free kick as well. He's that. You guys are saying he's that guy. He's fast created, tall, strong, and finishes. He's basically a mix of Messi and Ronaldo. Hello, Gerline. Yeah, right, okay. The impression I'm getting, and again, I'll preface it again. Take everything I say with a pinch of salt, because I've not watched any of him. I won't lie to you. I've not watched any of him. But this is now my task to do this if we continue to be linked with him. He seems to be an incredibly versatile forward, a massive utility player, someone who doesn't matter where he plays, someone who is a creative threat from set pieces, someone who is a goal threat from set pieces, someone who is amazing at taking on players, but also someone who's amazing at getting fouled and then creating, and also someone who is a wonderful crosser of the ball, but also someone who's a wonderful scorer. Right, okay. I'm gonna go into Y Scout right now, and I'm just gonna have a look at his best actions, and we're gonna see what we see here. Right, he's played 66% of the time as a striker. It says around 18% out wide on that left side. Okay, interesting. Right, I'm gonna watch his best actions. I want to mute it. I want to mute that. Right. Okay, best actions. Free kick shot. I obviously can't show this. Hits the crossbar. Keeper should have done better there. I'll be so real with you. That was against Leipzig. Okay, so he's done him. He's spun around him, lads, on that left side. Have the shot, lad. Oh, that's a lovely finish. Okay, guys, we might need to sign this guy. We might need to sign him. I'll be so honest with you. I'm watching highlights. I'm now that guy. I don't care. Let me live, yeah? Does this free kick actually go in? Oh, that was a nice free kick, I'll be honest. Oh, he's doing that celebration. Oh. All right, here's his dribbling. Let's see how this goes. 1v1, takes on 2 of them. Oh, wins the penalty. Guys, he wins penalties as well. Okay, yep, sign him up. And he can score penalties. We need that, lads. We need that. Right, so basically, so he is versatile forward. So he ticks that box. But the other box I wanted to have ticked was... Jack, I have. The other box I wanted to have ticked was... basically a more experienced plug-and-play wide player. Lusty chill. Oi, this isn't even a goals comp. This is a best actions comp. It's different. There's lots of accelerations and dribblings here. Let's see how quick he is. Is he a quick lad? Is he a quick boy? Oh yeah, he beat his fullback with ease there. Heavy touch though, out of play. Fraud. Fraudster. Fraudster. Oh my god, he just scored an outside the boot shot. Okay, yeah. Yeah, man. He's even got the flair. He's even got the flair. Okay. My job, as I say, if we continue to get linked with him, will be to what's really good FIFA? Will be to actually watch some Frankfurt games now and actually formulate a proper opinion. I have a basic idea of what he is, but obviously I'm only using data and highlights, so that is no way to actually scout a player. It's a fun way to do it. It's a fun way to do it, but it's obviously not an actual true way to do it. So that will be my job. That'll be my job. By the way, we've got over 300 people watching and not even 150 likes. Guys, up the likes. Come on, get it up here. Get it up here. Get it up here. I want likes, I want likes, I want likes. You're not wrong, B. Yeah. It seems like... It seems like he ticks the boxes in terms of, when we did that transfer... Sorry, that squad building video, and the idea was like, who stays, who needs to depart, and we were like, who needs to come in? And we all said, well, we need a versatile forward, but we also need like some sort, and we also need some sort of wide player who is, because we've got a lot of young, especially if Grealish goes, all our wingers are babies. Yeah, they're all babies. Savio's a babe, Doku's a babe, and Bob is a babe. So we need someone who is more mature and someone who is like not a work in progress, someone who's just like of the level right now. Yeah? Seemingly, he ticks that box as well. Oh, Samasi, of course, you're a Bayern fan. I'm guessing you've watched a lot of Frankfurt, Samasi. What are your thoughts on him? I'm very interested to hear that from someone who's watched him consistently. As I say, that will be my job if we continue to get significantly linked with him. And then I'll make an analysis video if it is apt. I'm obviously not in the right place to discuss him right now, but again, it's all looking very promising. That's all I can say there. That's all I can say there. And obviously, like, the output's there, which is nice. We need that. We all know we need that a bit more, especially if the idea is that we want him to move up a level from Grealish. And he's Egyptian as well. When was the last time City had an Egyptian player? That's fun. I like novelty. I like novelty. You know, we've never had an Uzbekistani player, I expect, as well. So, fun. Let's sign all these fun lads. Why not? Oh, sack him off. Game out of here. Game out of here. I haven't even looked at the injury record, Gurley, and let's have a look at it now. That's a very good point. That's a very good point. Well brought out. Well done. Well done, you. Injury record. Injury history. Transfer marked. Oh, what an idiot. He got a foot injury in the 21-22 season. Nah, yeah, that injury record is very impressive. It basically doesn't exist. He's not picked up any injuries this season. He only missed 2 games last season. That's because he was ill. 21-22, he missed a game due to muscular problems, and then there was a coronavirus. Most significant injury was in 21-22. He had a foot injury, which kept him out for a month. But that's it. That is it. So the injury situation is also nice. It's also nice. What's... that's the thing. I haven't watched nearly enough to formulate an opinion on his torso. You're a Liverpool fan. Big up to you, Gurleen. Thank you so much. Big up. Yeah, I know this is obviously a mainly City channel, but I do ultimately want to try to expand to talk about other clubs as well. But I like to think people who aren't City fans can still enjoy this content. So thank you guys so much. And Chloe, big up to you. Chloe Perez. Thank you so much for following the channel. Yeah, Mars. Marmoose is not a babe, though I thought, no, he's not a babe at all. He's going to be 26 next month. But that's what we need. That's what we need, as I say. We need someone who isn't strictly a babe. Yeah, what's his talk like? Asks Simon. Oh, dear. I'm running on 0. In case you guys couldn't tell, I'm running on 0 sleep. And it's like post New Year, so I forgot it was like Friday today. So my brain is like in a world. It's in a world. So I don't even know what football's going on this week apart from City play West Ham. So I don't know what's happening. To be honest, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know what's going on. Salad will be washed soon. Brilliant. Do we have any other thoughts on Marmouche, guys? Again, I really want to hear from Samasi, who is a Bundesliga watcher. Doesn't get injured easily. Incredibly versatile. Scores a lot of goals. Creates a lot of goals. Takes on his man. Wins fouls. Is brilliant to set pieces, whether that's a corner, a free kick, or a penalty. He's quick. It does seem to have good torque in respect of his torso. Let's watch another 1v1s and dribbling clip. As he is about to receive the ball here. That's really nice. He just dribbled past 3 players. He took it first time. So he's assertive as well. That's good. But he's also good at through passes. Like the data says, he's really good at through passes. That's really weird. This is such a weird player. Look at that little dink. That dink ball was lovely. Oh, he's got a lovely brain on him as well. Okay, yeah, nice. I'm now watching him do a 1v1 against Liberia. Oh, big up. This is what it's come to, lads. Oh, that's a lovely little flick. And then he beats him for pace. Oh my god. And then he takes it past him as well. Sorry, I know this description isn't particularly impressive. Oh my god. Yeah. He looks very fun. He looks very fun. Very fun indeed. Here we go. We've got some actual Bundesliga analysis here. I think he's a real deal. He's lethal in the transition. He thrives in one-on-one situations. Good. We need that against low blocks. Perfect. Often using his pace, quick changes of direction here to manipulate the opponent. We love that. And technical skill to beat defenders. Ball retention, comfortable under pressure. He can hold the ball in advanced positions and linger with teammates. Finishing, he's adept and at clinical finishes in and around the penalty area. He's also not shy about attempting long-range shots. And he's a set-piece beast by the looks of it. What a fun time. And now we're not going to sign him. And I'm going to be really upset now. That's what's going to happen, isn't it? I'm going to watch all these Frankfurt games, get really buzzing and excited. And then he's going to sign an extension or some bullshit. Why do you guys hate me? Why would you do that to me? He's on the up, says Jared. Get this guy in, says Brub. I joined the stream just now. Can you please brief about the new source regarding the new transfers? We don't know anything about the sources, to be honest. We don't know anything about that. Many websites for Scan. I've got Y-Scout, I've got Transfermarkt, I've got FBref, I've got SofaScore, I've got DataMB. I got all the stats. I got all the stats all the time. Especially False 9. I wonder if he can do that. That might be interesting. Instinctively, it doesn't look like he would be that sort of player, but you never know. Stranger things have happened. Strange things have happened. Yeah, defensive output, I have zero clue, to be honest with you. Is he only there? Yeah, it's a shame. So he's only catalogued as a striker, so I can't get a comparison to anything else. So some of these stats will be warped a little bit. He's not good in the air, guys. We found his weakness. What a fraud. What an absolute fraud. Big up to you, Mad Hatter. Jack Gunn will kill the vibe, says Jerome. Love noise. Yeah, we've seen that. He says it's coming. Yeah, but Mo says a lot of things. Mo says a lot of things. We do the classic City thing, get laughed at by the Frankfurt board because our offer will be 20 million or lower. Well, Transfermarkt are usually pretty conservative in terms of their transfer valuations, and they valued him at 60 million euros. So that tells me that he's going to be a lot more expensive than that. Hello, Tom Little. In respect of aerial duels, he's apparently terrible in the air. Jared, again, I'm purely looking at the data. I clarified it earlier. I do not know anything about him there. Yeah, Jared, I don't know about his defensive work, but purely based on like aerial win percentage, he's in the bottom 7% compared to other forwards. But again, maybe that's not fair, because if he's playing out wide, maybe he would be a lot better, because, you know, strikers might be big boy aerial boys. You get me? Do you get what I'm trying to say? Hopefully you get what I'm trying to say. Watch him against Bayern, he was trouble. Bayern drew against him. Oh dear. I don't want us to lose McAtee. I'd be very upset if that happened. I don't know if he's a short king. Like, isn't he 6 foot something? What's 1.83 meters in Imperial? What is that? He's 6 foot. He's not a short king at all. At all. In fact, he'd be quite tall for a wide player. I guess this is where it gets tricky, because sometimes he plays as a striker, doesn't he? He's a bit minuscule. This game in Jan would cost an extra 10 to 20 million. I think he got carried away with Palmer previous season and Alvarez. At 60 mil, would rather activate the Kubo release clause. City haven't come out and said reports are false. They don't normally come out though, do they? To be fair, yeah, he's not a short lad at all. He's not a short lad. Interesting, very interesting. But again, the player I know the least about, so maybe that's why I find him very interesting, because I've not seen enough to, lose faith or whatever. He has lovely through balls, yes, indeed. That is nice. Interesting. Well, regardless of the actual name, we do all know and we do all appreciate that we do need to sign someone like him. That is for sure. All the players that we've discussed today, we do need to sign players like them at some point. The first port of call has to be that midfielder. The second port of call has to be that versatile defender who can play at right back and centre back, and preferably at right wing. The third port of call has to be versatile forward. That's the order of priority in my opinion. We can get at least 2 of those in Jan. If we are ambitious enough, we can definitely do that. It can be done. It can be done. Everyone has a price, and you'll have to pay a premium, but so bloody be it. So bloody be it. We can do it. At least 2. If you can get 3 somehow, that's great. But I'll accept 2. By the way, guys, slight aside, I now have hats. Yeah? I don't look good in hats, so maybe I'll take it off after a while, but I'm going to put it on for a little bit because I'm going to plug my merch, yeah? Look at this. Yeah? Look at that. Look at that. Never win a home or away. It's Nobbins Man City related merchandise. It's got the Nobbins logo with the N, and it's relevant now because we actually don't win now, but it's also relevant in the long term because it's a City bloody anthem. Yeah? I might make these available. The quality is actually very nice. That was going to be the sticking point if I actually liked the hat. I love the hat. I might make them available if you guys want them anyway. If you don't want them, then you don't want them. But I'm going to wear this hat now for the rest of the stream because I think it's pretty sick. Can't lie. I'm now that guy who wears my own merch. You're going to have to hold that, lads. Yeah, Lord Farquaad, big up. A stocky 6 foot strong, says Sean. With Khusanov, I guess we'll also have more options for set pieces, indeed. He'll bench current from Haaland, says Sean. Realistically, what do I see happening this window? At least one. At least one. I don't think I look good in hats, Jack, to be honest. I don't think it's a bucket hat thing. I just don't think I look good in hats. But this is a nice quality hat, I can't lie. I also need a haircut, to be fair. I don't know if that's relevant. We should go all in for Verts. I think you need to say goodbye to that, to be honest with you. If you get my merch for anything less than 100 mil, it's a steal. What's the banana think will happen? Frankfurt would sell him, you reckon? Yeah, I'm not. I'm just not bucket hats at all. Can the hat play at DM? You look like a 30-year-old, 6-year-old with a hat on. Yeah, thanks, mate. Can we start together? Just woken up. Big up to you, Dave. I just forgot United about to get smashed by 6 goals against Liverpool on Sunday. That would be funny. That would be funny, to be fair. That would be funny. Maybe I should get like a snapback hat or something. What if I do it like that? That is definitely not how you're supposed to wear this hat. That looks even worse, doesn't it? Oh, I think it's funny. How about a bucket hat that says knob? Chill, chill, chill. I'm sure the haircut is the issue. Yes, exactly. Exactly. I can also make baseball hats. Maybe I'll buy myself like a baseball hat as well. I don't know. I don't know if I am, Musty. I don't know if I am. I need to get some sleep first of all before my brain can answer that question. I don't know. The Georgian guy from Napoli is a must. Kvaratskhelia. Jared says almost still on the cards. Is it a boom though, Sashank? Is it a boom? Or are you just saying that? Are you just saying that? Yeah? United funeral stream. It's going to be... Is it at Old Trafford or is it at Anfield? I can't recall. Let me know. Do you hear remove Liverpool United at risk for... I did see that vibe. Yeah, hopefully it's all fine. But we'll see. I saw Cloud Aspire. Subscribe. Big up to you. I don't know. I think everyone's getting ahead of themselves. Chill. It hasn't happened yet. It's at Anfield. Yeah, mad. Am I watching the darts? No, I don't watch darts. Zubimendi because Rodri will eventually leave for Madrid. With that attitude, he will. Less of that. He's not going anywhere. He doesn't want to go to the club that insulted him at the Ballon d'Or ceremony, yeah? He doesn't want that. United about to get battered. Yeah, they can hold that, honestly. I like Verts, but isn't he staying at Leverkusen? Give me Palacios. I won't be greedy. You see, it's like one account with a lot of followers. Yeah? We aren't sheep. We never know. It might be a load of hokum and bollocks. It's the thing. Mo's doing live Marmish is joining us. Yeah, but that's because Mo has seen a tweet about that. He doesn't have an inside source. Mo's a swine and a fraud. Yeah, I like Mo a lot. I'm just joking. No, I'm not joking about him being a fraud. He is a fraud. That is a thing. So just because Mo's doing a stream on it doesn't mean it's actually a thing. I'd be very, very cautious on that, ladies and gentlemen. If it happens, lovely. Yeah. Yeah, because obviously like Egyptian football fans are very locked in, aren't they? So obviously like they love Liverpool, so massive fan base incoming. Will it be like when Mahrez played for us and like all of Algeria loved City? We loved him anyway. Will it be like that sort of vibe? Thank you so much, mate. I'm glad you liked the video. Marmish may be coming. Rumors seem exaggerated. Yeah, let's chill on it. Let's chill on it, shall we? Shut up, Musty. Right, is there anything else that we would like to discuss today? If I had like a fringe, would it look less worse or what? I don't really have a fringe. That's the issue because I've got a big forehead. Yeah, I need a haircut as well. Jesus Christ, look at this. This is outrageous. This is vile. My fade has faded. Ugh. Ugh. Anyway, let me know if you like the hat. It's 100% cotton. I think it's nice, and I might make it available. As I say, it's a lot better quality than I thought it was going to be. I can't lie to you. Can't lie, won't lie. But yeah, let me know if you've got any thoughts. I'm wanting to wrap up within the next 15 minutes or so. I feel like next 15 minutes. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Oh, dear. I'm going to show me it's a City fan. Yeah, big up. Lots of Bundesliga strikers fire hot and get overhyped. But we don't have the Bundesliga curse. Can you name a player who City signed from the Bundesliga in like the last, I don't know, 15 years and they played badly and they performed badly? Can you name one? Because I feel like we've been pretty good buying out of Germany, in fairness. We always smash it ever since, like, the era of, like, fucking Vincent Kompany and Nigel de Jong. I feel like we've smashed it, and Dzeko. Yeah, I'm not interested in darts. I think Echeverry leaves on loan. I think he'd probably stay. He needs to bulk up, doesn't he? He's a tiny boy. He's a tiny boy. Their hair's terrible, by the way. Absolutely shocking. Absolutely shocking trims. Don't tempt fate. I do not want Leroy. Where's DM? That's the key position. Palacios or Bruno G can do that. Could be as bad. Yeah, chill. Everyone's talking about Florian Wirtz, but it's about realism, I think. Boateng. Boateng wasn't really given a proper chance. So that's the thing. He was only here for like a year, and then he smashed it at Bayern. So I don't know if that's a reasonable shout because he wanted to leave as well, didn't he? So I don't know if that's reasonable. It's about Wrexham. I've done a video on it, Billy. I've released a video today. Nobbins, do you think that Pep Man City is destroying players by making them system players? Look at Grealish. No, Quinton. No, I don't think that at all. No. It's a lot of it is. First of all, I don't agree that when people say system player, I just fundamentally disagree with their premise. I don't think people actually know what they are. I don't think people know what they even mean when they say system player. Because when they give me an example of a system player, I'm like, right, but that player is able to play multiple roles and in multiple different systems and structures. So what are you actually talking about? I don't know what my definition of it. I think my definition of a system player is someone who it's not enough to build a system around them. It is a player who can only play one role and one position. And if that isn't the case, then they are basically a detriment to the team. That's how I define a system player. In like the derogatory sense. Because basically every single player is a system player in the wider sense. If you don't platform a player to succeed, then they aren't going to play as well. If I had a system where I'm playing Messi as a touchline winger at right wing, but the system is totally geared towards only going down the left side, then Messi would be shit. Messi would not play well in that system. It's a very extreme example, but the point is that you need to platform every single player for them to be able to play well. You get me? So I just don't know how helpful it is to talk about system players like that. I think really what people mean is luxury players, to be honest with you. I think, because when people describe it, it's like, you haven't really described a system player there. You get me? I know there's a bit of a tangent there, but it's an interesting, because it's not a hard and fast term, so it's an interesting conversation to have for sure. Mo, after City get Marmouche, Pep Guardiola saved football is the best manager of all time. Foden's a creative force. Oh dear. Well, not like Edison if I'm getting for 60 mil. Because there's better out there. There's better out there, Lizzie, for me. That's why. I think it's a fine player. Again, I don't not like him. I say he's a good player. I'd love Palacios to come, but isn't he a bit injury prone? Well, he's had surgery, Lazy Unicorn, so hopefully that's all okay. Hopefully that is all okay. I'm a system player. I'm a fraud. I'm an absolute fraud. I'm an absolute crazy guy. When Grealish was at Villa, he played freely, took on players, and was shooting. I disagree that Pep's turned him into that, though. Again, I'm a big Grealish defender, but there is no way, after watching Doku and Savio at this club, that you can convince me that Grealish is being told to not dribble and to not take on players, etc. That's something in his own head. So I don't agree that Pep's killed Grealish. He's obviously never going to be as good here because it was very, very heavily built around him at Villa, and that's never going to happen. But I don't agree on that, to be honest with you. I don't agree on that. He looks like it, Ed, to be honest. It looks like it. Does look like it. But he does, Quinton. He does. Did you not watch the World Cup in Qatar? It was very good. It was very good. Can you please look at the tweets I've sent in Discord? Okay, mate. What's this? Barca have received the last 28 million euros from the VIP seats. The entire office is stood up and applauding. Barca are back to one-on-one and Dani Olmo's registration can be made. It was a false alarm. Laporta was refreshing the wrong bank website. No money's been received. What is going on? Is that real? Are they just all gathered around the computer waiting for funds to come in? What sort of fucking... What is that bullshit? Hello? I'm so confused. Yeah, I don't buy that personally. I don't buy that. Personally. Grealish plays better for England with a freer role. Thank you to Mank for subscribing. Yeah. Wait. When he was played at a 10, sure, but he. There's a little bit of revisionism about Grealish at Villa. Grealish did not play at 10 primarily for Villa. He primarily played out on the left. I don't know where it's come from that he was like an out-and-out 10 at Villa. He sometimes did it, but he was mainly a left-sided player. So, you know, everyone knows I'm a big Grealish fan, but I'm putting all of this at the door of Jack rather than Pep. There's no way that he signs Grealish and then signs Doku and he's telling them the same thing. There's no way he's saying to Doku, go for it, and Grealish don't go for it. I refuse to believe that. Lizzie, that's why we talked about, the potential of a Marmouche, which could be a fun situation. Jaro Romero reported it. Mental. Yeah, what is going on, Barca, man? This club just is so weird. Yeah, they should live stream that for real, for real. You can, Quinton. Yes, you can. Yeah, that's crazy. It's a disgracia. We take Hakimi. I'd rather Singo, I'll be honest, Claire. I want someone who can also play as a centre-back. That's what I want. Lizzie, that's what we need. A versatile player. This Mo guy's an absolute fraud. I swear down. Absolute fraud. I'm sure it's the exact same tweet from the same account. I've just seen Pep's press view. Sounds like we ain't signing anyone. I think we're all going to be disappointed. Nah, John, he's not. He's just not showing his cards. Yeah, he's not showing his cards. If we could get Simicon, that'd be lovely, but I might be on the Singo hype train right now. I might be on the Singo hype train. Guys, we've got like, I'll be live for another 5 minutes. Let's get the likes up to 200, please. This has been a great first stream for 2025. There won't be a watch along tomorrow. I will be at the game, but there will be a post-mortem. So stay tuned for that. Stay tuned for that. I'll be back in the evening. Yeah? In the evening. Exactly, brub. Yeah, we are waiting. We're waiting. We'll sign more than you believe. Kimi just signed the contract until 2030. I wouldn't really want him anyway. Believe to achieve. Believe to achieve. Oh, WWE isn't. I think it's the 6th of Jan. I saw it on Netflix for the first time. I'm gonna start watching pay-per-views again, guys. If it's on Netflix, I'm gonna start doing it. Oh my god. Oh, WWE watch-alongs. Up until like 4 a.m. Mrs. Nobbins say, Nobbins, what are you doing? Shut up. What time will it be? Well, I'll need to get back, Lizzie, from the game. And then I'll need to, like, probably eat some food and chill out. So, I don't know. I'm going to guess, like, around 7. Guess. Because the game's going to end at around 5-ish, isn't it? I want to get back and eat food and chill out for a little bit. So, I'd guesstimate around 6 to 7. That would be a guesstimate. Attitude Era on Netflix. Yeah, big up. I might do it, Musty. I might do it. Mrs. Nobbins is interested in watching them as well, so might not watch them live, but we can watch them on catch up. Look at this hat. This hat is sick. Never went home or away. Boom. 100% cotton. Beautiful. Beautiful. I'm not going to lie, guys. The more I'm wearing the hat, the more I'm looking bloody good in it. This might become a thing. I might become a hat guy now. Bucket hat Nobbins. Yeah? I might just get a baseball cap. Marmish is good. If we sign him, I'd be worried for Grealish. Yeah, same Lizzie. We're talking about that. It's been shut down, isn't it? Brilliant. That was quick. You never know, random guy. You never do. No, this is why I'm not getting, too excited about it. Because it could all be a load of bullshit. There will be no stream or tweet from this channel saying, here we go, Marmouche, Skills HD 360 highlights. No. No, not until a credible source tells me otherwise. Nuno Mensch, hey, if he's available, he's not a right back, but that'd be fun. That would be fun. WWE watch-alongs would go crazy. If we did do those, we would probably do them on the Twitch rather than the YouTube. So, hey, if you want WWE content, go follow the Twitch. LNobbins. Link in bio. It's just LNobbins. No. You can't. You can't. I've spoken to an AC Milan fan about him, Lizzie. He's not going to be that guy from a defensive perspective, I'm afraid. Could be interesting, but we will need someone like, Bruno G or Palacios or Belabor as well as him. Chill out, Musty, chill out. Yeah, no spam, guys, no spam. I don't want, not Kunde right now. Interesting profile, but not right now, I've spoken about João Pedro Yazan. I like him. The Wizard has just followed the Twitch. Big up to the Wizard. There you go. Lovely. I'm starving. Have I eaten today? I have eaten. It was only a little thing, though. We're having tonight. We're having chicken thighs tonight. Chicken tacos. Oh, with chicken thighs. It's going to be delicious. Chicken thigh meat is clear of tits. I can't lie. Because there's more fat on it, and it's there for a richer flavour and nicer texture, in my humble opinion. So I'm very excited about that. Seems decent. I was just told, again, not watching nothing, but I was told by the AC Milan fan that there's no way he could do that job. That's what he said. When Brighton ask us way too much, yeah, Brighton have a lot of players I want. Can we just like merge and become like, you know, Sky Blue Seagulls or something? We'd rather Bruno G or Camavinga. Oh my god. I do love Camavinga. But I can't. Or can I? Oh, you've tempted me. I love Camavinga. I love Camavinga. Give him. Gimme. I don't care. I do not care. Right. I think I'm gonna... Oh, Mrs. Nobbins said, how hungry are you? I'm gonna say bear. I'm starving, man. Fine, it doesn't dry out. Indeed, metal. It's because there's more fat there as well. If a meat has less fat on it, it is easier to dry out, essentially. This is why, you know, it's very easy to or make venison taste like shit, essentially. That's why it's easier to make sausages taste nice. This is a Bruno G fan channel. Absolutely. Absolutely it is. You have to hold that. And there's no shame here in that respect. Yeah? Yeah. Right. I'm going to go now, I think, because I've been live for an hour and bare time. It's been a very well-attended stream, though, so thank you guys so much. Why is Mo live streaming vertical? What is this? Right, we're not going anywhere. What is this guy saying?
How the heck of Liverpool have not secured? Who gives a fuck if you give him more money than what you wanted to give him? Who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? If he regresses, sell him to Saudi Arabia. Sell him somewhere.
Why is brother streaming vertical?
Bro, it's so weird how Liverpool moving now. It's crazy. Jack, thank you so much for the super chat. That is what I mean. Bro, effigy disgrace keep Salah. Why is this brother streaming vertical? Nobbins, I'm visiting my mother-in-law. I have no place other than my wife's old room, right? And I'm just sitting here streaming vertical Nobbins. Big up Nobbins.
That's so funny. Oh my god, that's really tickled me. That's you just like open my phone and that's the first thing I see. I just thought that was really funny. Oh my god. Right. Anyway, I thought that was funny. Guys, I'm going to what am I gonna do? I'm gonna shoot off now because I need to go eat some food, to be honest with you. Before I go, though, don't go anywhere. Before I venture on a memento. Reports in Egypt say Sam. Yeah, that's like this. This is the same report people are talking about, though, guys. It's the same report. Do not be swayed by tabloid media. Yeah? Do not be swayed. Yeah. If you guys want this hat, and if also you want to support me, the link is here. This is a secondary shop until I figure out how to combine the two. This is different from where I sell my posters, my pet posters. It's in two different colours, one sky blue, one like this. And I can put it on other hats as well, and other bits of things, and also I can like make other fun text things as well. And I think I will, because I'm enjoying this as a concept. And I can't lie, guys, I will wear my own merch because I think it's good shit. So click that link, go check it out, go support your boy, and get a lovely bit of fabric if you'd like to. You don't have to if you don't want to, but if you'd like to, you can do. I'll be back tomorrow for the West Ham post-mortem. Thank you guys so much for your wonderful support, as always. It's been a brilliant, really entertaining show. I've really liked it. You guys have made it very easy to talk about stuff, especially on a topic I didn't know too much about with Marmouche. So thank you for that. As I say, but back tomorrow for West Ham post-mortem. Before I shoot off, shout out to all my beautiful, beautiful channel members. You're all beautiful and lovely. Now, this won't have updated with the new people, but shout out to Martin from the Mancunian Way. Big up to you, matey. And also a huge shout out to Ethan Larios, who became a hardcore ultra, which is the highest tier of the Ultras Club. So you will get in a gold name like Spartacus, like Tony, and like Silver splits the blue. So stay tuned for that. I'll update that for the next stream. I'll just wait for that to shoot off, and then I will shoot off, and as I say, eat some chicken tacos, and it's going to be a good time. Any final comments in like the next 30 seconds? Pop them in right now. Otherwise, I'm going to shoot off. As that goes, is that going to disappear off the screen? Indeed it does. Anything else? No? We good? Cool. Until next time, guys, have a lovely rest of your evening. And I'll see you tomorrow for the post-mortem. Goodbye, guys.